I'm Sandra, and today I'm going to be sharing some rhythm activities and games with you. These are going to be all the way from kindergarten all the way up to 5th grade activities. I'm going to show you how to use these in your classroom so that they become part of your curriculum, so that you're having students build their skills and able to say, play, read, and write rhythms. We're going to explain it. We want them to feel it, see it, hear it, and do it. Now, in most of the rhythm play-alongs, there's a beat icon as well as rhythmic notation. Then we're going to talk about maybe quarter notes, 1 sound in a beat. Eighth notes, 2 sounds in a beat. What do we do when we see this symbol? Oh, we're silent for a beat. And we can use the icons to help them visualize how this looks on paper. So we're going to just have the students read the rhythm pattern. We're going to have them read it in whatever terminology you are using in your classroom. So for this one, it'll be using ta and tt and sh for quarter rest. And so we're going to read the rhythm. Then we're going to say and play them. And so we'll say and play a rhythm, ta, ta, t, t, sh, or t, 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 sh, or ta, sh, ta, sh. Whatever combinations of rhythms there are in that play along video. So we'll have them go along and use their hands, their eyes, and their words to say and play those rhythms. You can also add in a movement component to this. My students really like to do this, so we will choose what will we do on the quarter note, what will we do on the eighth notes, and what do we do on the rest. So we might continue to clap, and we could use stomp, or snap snap, or pat pat for the eighth notes, and then rest could be something fun like that, or flying. Whatever move that your students want to come up with, you can do that. So then you're going to take it without playing the video, and you're going to go through and add a movement component into it. Then you can go back and use the videos and do each of those activities again. So the first time they do the video, if we're talking about beat, you might want to have them just pat their knees. And you might want to point to the icons on the board and just have them pat. And then you might want to have them say and move to it. So you might want to have them say ta. So ta, ta, ta. And you don't have to do the whole video. You're just doing a section of this. We're trying to make connections to the beat and how it feels and how it looks in music. All right, and we're going to do the same thing with rhythm. We can show the video and play it, and we can do the clapping and say the rhythms as it goes along. For fun, you can then add in the movement component to the play along and see if they can keep up with the video. The final component to these activities is adding in some instruments. We're going to use a drum for the beat and rhythm sticks for the rhythms. Now, if we're using this in preschool or kindergarten, everybody could have a different instrument because they're just all going to be playing the beat. When we get to the rhythm and the 1st grade and up levels, then we're going to have at least 2 different instruments. We're going to have the rhythm instrument and we're going to have the beat instrument. And what's nice about these play-alongs is that the students can follow along the icons for the beat, and they also can follow the rhythms for the rhythm sticks. And we're going to have them learn how to play together. These activities are a great warm-up and review as you go through the school year. You'll find that if you use a rhythm play-along at the beginning of the school year to teach the rhythms, and then as a transition activity for after a break, you get out the instruments and you use the rhythm play-along, you do a review of the rhythms, and then you show the students how to do the movement and say and play it, and add in the instruments. That can be a welcome back activity, and then you can sing a song or do a little game song that reinforces those rhythms. Whenever you have a break in the school year, if you use these rhythm activities for the students to come back to, you're going to find that by the time you get to the end of the school year, your students know how to read, say, and play rhythms super easily. The other nice thing about adding the instrument component in is that they're going to also experience playing together, and there will be a background track in the video that your students will be able to play with, and that's going to just up their music skills, their oral skills. They'll be able to hear it, they have to listen, they have to play along, they have to think, they have to watch everybody, and so it's a really good experience to do these kind of activities with rhythm play-alongs. Thanks for watching this video. I hope it helps you in your music classes this week. Please subscribe to this channel. Let's keep kids moving and learning with music.